Okay, here we are with the Void of Vision in Austria, the Rise Up Festival. So guys, you just one more day on this tour. How was European tour going so far? Your first?
Yeah, first European tour. Yeah, it was great. It was definitely an amazing time, and obviously because we haven't done a tour that length so far, it's definitely crazy to sort of think back and just being like, well, we've actually been so long, like we've been here for so long, so it's awesome, and it kind of just flew by at the same time, you know what I mean? So, but no, it's been really cool. All the dudes are amazing. The vibes on this tour have been great. Everyone gets along amazing, and it's definitely been great. Yeah.
It's a quiet venue here at this festival.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
It's impressive.
No, it's awesome. Yeah.
After this, you have 3 weeks off, and then you hit your homeland, Australia, tour with I Prevail, which is already sold out tour.
Yeah,
excited about that.
There's
awesome.
There's one show that's not sold out, but from what I heard,
it's added. It's a new show.
But it's almost sold out as well, from what I heard. But yeah, that's crazy. I think that's probably the biggest rooms in Australia we're going to have played.
100%.
Like 800 cap rooms, 1,000 cap rooms. So
yeah, it's a good thing to come back to as well. We're stoked. We're definitely stoked on it. Can't wait. Yeah, it should be good, really good.
Cool. Okay, let's talk about your amazing demo album. Congrats on that. Children of Chrome. How long was this in the making, and how are you satisfied with the feedback so far, and what's the meaning behind the album title?
I think Jack and I started writing, or I definitely started writing the end of 2015, just after our, was it 2015 the end?
Yeah, 2015.
No, the end of
2014.
Yeah, 2014.
Yeah.
So it was, the writing process took forever, but we'd never written a full length, obviously, before debut. So it was kind of just write as much as we can and see how we go. And then even the recording process was a bit drawn out, but it was good because we recorded with someone from Melbourne as well, the drummer of Ocean Grove, Sam Basal. He was sick to work with, and we'd just go a couple of days a week for however long it took, and just smashed it out. And yeah, it turned out pretty well. It's doing all right for us so far. It got us to Europe.
Yeah, it got us to where we are today. I mean, obviously because it's a bit of a different style that we've done in the past.
It's a bit different.
But I feel like it's just a good learning curve for what we would want to write in the future, and how we would want to progress as well. So you know, it's definitely great to have released that album, even if there was some parts of it that we weren't 100% happy with, stuff like that. Yeah. But it's because we know it's going to get us further. And it's always growing curve as well. So that's definitely good to have that out.
It's interesting playing it over here as well, because there's songs that go down really well live in Australia that aren't as I don't know whether it's well known or if they just don't translate as well live here. But the song Black and White, we play it here. It's the second last song in our set, and it's always the highlight of the set. Everyone's just into it. But in Australia, I felt like people didn't quite get it. But I don't know if that's just us being better performers now, or whether it's just stylistically what people are into in Australia. But it's just an interesting contrast. Like, we've just noticed it.
And it always changes as well. So we always
really
keep a close eye on it. Definitely.
Wow, that's surprising. Okay, what was the most challenging part while recording?
It wasn't a challenging process, really.
Challenging because we've had so much time.
Yeah, it was almost like because we weren't signed to Unified at that point, so we didn't have. We wanted an album out at. It was mid-year. It ended up coming out in September.
You didn't have a deadline.
It wasn't.
That's right.
No one was saying
deadline.
you have to have it done by this point.
There was no pressure. So that was good. That was good to not have that pressure. Obviously, we individually put pressure on ourselves to smash it out as much as we could, and all that sort of stuff. But overall, there wasn't really too much that didn't go the way we wanted it to with this album.
It was the best experience working with Sam, because he's a musical genius, but he's also a really good friend of ours, and he's known us since probably
4
since we
years.
started.
Yeah.
And the first thing he said to us on the first day was, I know what you guys want to do. I'm going to make sure we make the best Void of Vision record and not
That's pretty cool.
just like, not just try and make it sound better, like make it sound better, but still sound like us.
That's
and
right, man.
that's just stuck with me, like how good of a producer he is.
Yeah.
But yeah, for challenging, I think drives would be the only thing.
Right, yeah. 'Cause
He lives on the other side of the city to us, so
yeah.
it's just a really boring drive out there. So that says a lot about how good the process was, I guess.
Yeah, cool.
100%, yeah.
You have a guest appearance on the first track of the album with Drew York from the
Yeah,
Stratford
yeah,
Fest.
that's right, yeah.
How was this how this collaboration happened?
We did a tour with them at that was start of 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
January,
whilst we were, I think that was before we tracked the drums.
Yeah,
for the album.
That was just after we
Just
tracked
after.
the drums, yeah.
So we were kind of wrapping up everything with the album, just making sure it was all good. Did the tour with them and became friends with them. And yeah, I think Jack just went and said, "Oh, would you be down to do a spot?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And
It really was just,
yeah.
do you want to do it? Yep, no worries.
Yeah,
You know,
'cause I mean, with Jack, because the lyrics, lyrics mean a lot to all of us, but obviously he writes them.
Yeah.
So he'd want someone that believes the same thing, and I think that track, it was particular because it's like a political track.
Yeah.
It was something that Drew could kind of relate to as well and like felt strongly about. So it was a good mix, not just for the vocalist, but for the person as well.
yeah.
Okay. I saw you guys have pretty interesting pre-show warm-up. Who's leading in the bottle challenge? Who came up?
I think
came up
James
with
is
this?
probably currently. I haven't landed any. I'm very bad at it. I think James and Mitch and.
I was killing it.
Yeah.
That day in London, I was killing it.
Yeah.
I know Nick stopped the live video and I got about 2 more.
Yeah. No, that's definitely.
I'm going to have to
definitely James.
unofficially claim that.
Cool. Okay, you guys are from Melbourne. You will be doing also before I Prevail tour one show at the venue that was 3 years. I've been closed
yeah, that's right.
and put a lot of effort to do it there.
100%,
So,
yeah.
how is the scene there today in Melbourne?
It's a weird one in Melbourne. I think with Australia as well almost, but because we're from Melbourne we notice it more. It's almost like the all ages shows used to be great and there were lots of venues, and then a couple of things happened with different venues and they don't run shows anymore. But then the kids that used to go to all ages shows grew up and now they only go to the 18 plus shows so they can drink. And there's not been like a lot of growth, like a lot of kids going to shows. But I think this particular show, because it's kind of very like nostalgic, like I know both of us would have gone to like some of our first shows there. And
Grow up with that venue.
It's where we all sort of grew up going to shows around, and that venue was definitely a big part of it. So I hope that it will do well. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I think regardless of the bands playing, it could have been like anyone playing, and I think a lot of people would turn up just for the fact that the venue was having a show again. So
yeah, that's right.
it speaks a lot to the sentimentality, if that's a word.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah.
Okay, so on what music you grow up? Do you remember your first show, your first album you bought, your favorite artist?
My first concert was Foo Fighters. I came from really like radio rock, sort of like Foo Fighters, Nirvana, Red Hot Chili Peppers, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Same with Mitch as well. You came from more like...
I was more so brought into heavy music by joining Void of Vision when we started up. I grew up playing drums with hip hop elements and all that sort of stuff. I'm a hip hop producer back home, so I never really had that connection to metal before. But then once I got into it, it's obviously been stuck with it since. So that's. But I'm a late comer. you know. Yeah.
Okay, so you're still discovering.
Yeah, I'm still discovering all the metal bands and heavy music, and I definitely love it though. It's great. Yeah.
Cool. It's an interesting tour because it's almost like a death metal tour, and it's not like we've really done anything like that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm
watching like blast beats every night.
Yeah.
Heavyweights. Okay. Do you have some new material written? You write on tour?
We've never really had to write on tour because in Australia it's kind of like a tour is like you'll do one weekend and then you'll be at home and like say we'll be at work or Mitch and I'll be at uni and
weekend
then we'll go,
shows.
Yeah,
that's right.
Or if it's like even if it is like a 6 days during the week, it's Monday to Sunday or whatever, and that's it, and you can just get away with writing around it. But yeah, this tour we've been away for almost 5 weeks and we've had 2 days off which we spent on boats, so like it's kind of gotten to the point where like I have started writing for some stuff and Mitch was writing stuff today, like
it's definitely a better I feel like now that we've more so gotten to know each other as musicians a little bit better and what we're sort of like capable of, it's like better to sort of like have everyone have their own little part in writing, so we can all contribute. Sorry. So it's definitely good.
Okay. Do you have any hobbies, guys?
Sorry, I
Do you have any hobbies?
Any hobbies?
Yeah.
Hobbies. You got hobbies. You got major hobbies.
I used to play ice hockey and now I just play inline hockey because I didn't have the time to keep playing ice hockey. I used to play at a really high level in inline, but now I just play for fun with mates. I've drawn a blank. What else do I do?
That's.
I play a hell of a lot of Xbox.
I used to ride mountain bikes when I lived in Italy for a little bit.
Really?
And then I tried to sort of get that back home in Australia, but I just got too busy with music now. I just produce and I play drums. I'm a session drummer as well outside of this, so I'm just basically always away.
Okay. Well, what pushed you to be in the band?
A love for music, I guess.
Yeah,
I just remember I've known Mitch since high school and we've been in bands since then, just garbage bands at school. Like I remember I drummed for a jazz band just because I wanted to, like because we had the opportunity to, I guess, at school. And then it just turned into, let's start doing like a rock band, and then it turned into an old band, and then I don't know, just wanting to play music. I never even had, like say 5 years ago, I wouldn't have had the aspiration, I want to come to Europe and play music, but it just
happened.
I mean,
no, you're
yes
totally,
and no, it's weird because you don't even put things on your bucket list because you wouldn't think that they come true, but then here we are.
Unexpected,
Well, I mean, for me personally, it was kind of just once I started learning the drums, and it was just what was meant to be. You know, I just felt like I had such a strong connection with playing music in, you know, solo and with people together as well, that I just needed to do it. And so from then on, I just always sort of looked for bands, even if I, you know, didn't necessarily call them that, like just music groups or whatever. But yeah, it just needed to happen. You know what I mean? Just what Pierce was saying.
Wow, that's nice. Okay, guys, so all the best of luck and
thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you for your time.